My name is Cyril Despres. Here we are in Ensenada for my first barra on 4 wheels. Actually, 11 years ago, I had the chance to come on a bike with KTM, and as I became a driver 4 years ago, I always had in my mind to come back on a truck.
Cyril Despres, he's a 5-time Dakar winner on a bike. He started out racing motorcycles and then got into cars. And once I started racing overseas in some rallies, I met him when I injured my back. We're trying to find a driver for the Baja 500. I'm like, let's see if Cyril wants to do it. So we called him up and he's like, are you kidding me? To go from, you know, a car that we race in Dakar where it's limited suspension, limited travel, to go to a vehicle where it's unlimited. I think that's the biggest thing for him is adapting to the speeds it will go and what it will go over. You know, our trophy truck has 900 horsepower with 40 inches of travel, and for him when he first got in it, he was blown away. He's like, oh my gosh, there's so much power.
A cross-country or Dakar race is 15 days of race. We are not allowed to go in the desert. In this particularity in Mexico and in Baja, you can pre-run, taking every single details that I want to hear during this race, but actually it will be my first experience. I don't know how it works.
This is like day 6 of pre-running, so that truck we've had nothing but issues with. We can't get it to go. Worked on it all night. So we're taking the buggy out. We're gonna go down to Vicente Guerrero and pre-run the beach section, tune up our notes a little bit, and yeah, hopefully be back here at a decent time today.
Yeah, this race it's brutal. I mean, you go from coast to coast, and it gets up to 115 degrees on the other side of the coast, where on the Pacific side it's cold, it's 60 degrees. So the biggest thing is trying to just keep yourself hydrated, mentally know that it's a 500-mile race. Just keep pushing because you never know what's going to happen at the end.
Oh my God. I think, you know, between France and USA, there's 2 barriers. One is the food, and the other is the language. Trying to understand the slang of my 2 guys, you know, close to me during the pre-run, and with the tricky thing and what the hell and this and that. I mean, I can tell you right, left, corner, brake, accelerate, but the rest of the word, I don't have any idea, you know.
Like where I told him he could make a proper right turn.
Yeah.
I know we need to fix like the cattle guards and some jumps and stuff right there.
You know, to flick it? To flick it? To flick it. Ah, to drift it?
Yeah. There's one spot in the whole race that you
I love Baja, just can't anymore with all this slang.
I think they call it like the Scandinavian flick.
Et à partir de maintenant, on va parler en français, d'accord? Donc il n'y a pas de problème. Quand on est sur la piste et qu'il faut aller vite ou plus lentement, qu'il y a des cailloux, où il va falloir tourner à droite et à gauche, etc.
Yeah, I got it.
That's what happens.
Twisty up
Same
and down.
thing.
Yeah.
The same stuff happened to us yesterday. That's how I would have described it.
So when you start the Baja 500, 50th anniversary, you're gonna have a lot of nerves, everything going on, but you know, I think once he settles down, feels that 900 horsepower underneath him, all the fans cheering him on, he'll feel the pace and see what he needs to do. And you know, he's a champion. He knows how to win and how to go fast. So I can't wait to see what he does with the truck.
Definitely, what will happen on Saturday during this whole loop with all these Mexican guys, you know, they look like so enthusiastic about the race, about the event, and this is something that we don't have in cross country. We spend the whole day in the desert, you know. I'm not sure I need to explain why I'm smiling. I like to go fast. I like the speed. I like the dust. I like every single desert, and there's everything which I will discover on this place with this truck, definitely.
A lot
lot of drivers approach the races differently. My strategy is always to be patient, to keep a really good truck underneath me. I always tell myself, hey, the last 100 miles, you want to be one of those guys that has a chance to go win the race. I'm Andy McMillan, professional trophy truck off-road racer with a specialty on the Baja races. I think what drives me is I've always been a super competitive person ever since I was little. Just knowing as a young kid what I wanted to do in this sport and just be one of the guys that had a chance to win the races, to actually be in that position and have a truck like this behind me with the types of brands that are backing me, that's really what motivates me and helps push me to want to win every race. Well, when you look at this truck, it looks kind of like a stock truck. Once you take the body off, it's a completely custom fab, tube chassis, war vehicle. I mean, this thing, they're unbelievable vehicles. You have 30 inches of wheel travel. If you pick this truck up right now, it'll go up 30 inches and this wheel will stay the same place on the ground. They were built to go over 3 and 4 foot bumps, literally this high, hitting them one after another consistently for 50, 60 miles at 100, 120 miles an hour. It's really a sight to see, and I'm just stoked to be able to drive. So the Baja 500, it's actually my favorite race of the year. I think this race is a favorite among the drivers because there's such a variety of terrain. Literally, you start in Ensenada, in downtown, on the main boulevard. You go over the mountain range and drop into the desert towards San Felipe, do a big desert loop, and then it does a complete 180 and goes straight, mountain, rocky, treacherous. You're running narrow ridges, cliffs on the side. It's really gnarly. And then come back over to the finish. So it's got everything, and the best drivers are here, and that's why we do this, to compete against the best. So that's what's fun about these races. Anything can happen at any time, and it probably will. The Baja 1000 is the most prestigious race of the year. It's twice as long. The record right now for the Baja 1000 in a four-wheel vehicle is 5 overall wins. That's shared by a legend named Larry Ragland. Another legend, my uncle, and myself with 5. I've been knocking at the door the last couple of years, trying to get over that hump and break the record and get my 6th. My goal this year is to hopefully beat that record, put my name down in history books, and what better way to do it than this year?
Tu opinión nos interesa. Si tienes algo que decirnos, envíanos un mail. Esperamos tus sugerencias. Adiós.